Something that has improved my life greatly, and I highly recommend, is journaling. And I'm going to give you 3 easy ways to start journaling today to make your life a little bit better by tomorrow. I'm Juli Bauer Roth, the food, fitness, and lifestyle blogger behind PaleOMG. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to share my favorite food, workout, and wellness tips to help you live your best damn life. When I was a little kid, I used to write all the time. And then I became a preteen, and then I had to obviously write down all my deepest secrets on a note that would be taken by a teacher, really sound of mind things. Well, I stopped journaling at some point, and I don't know why, because journaling is so therapeutic. And I got back to it about a year ago because I was going through a really hard time in life, and I just needed to get my thoughts out. I saw my therapist on a regular basis. I worked through things, but writing things down was so powerful to me. I would meditate, I would talk to my spirit guides, my spirit angels, whatever you like to call them, and then I would journal. And it just became this really wonderful morning routine. I've gotten out of that routine a bit after pregnancy threw me all kinds of loops, but I tried to make journaling part of my life again, and I enjoy it so much. So I wanted to walk you through 3 ways that you can start journaling. I know oftentimes people don't know where to start. They don't know what to talk about. They don't even know why they would talk about these things. But I find that the more you write things down, the more you can channel that energy somewhere else, if it's negative, if it's positive, and the more you put your thoughts into the universe and make those thoughts a reality. So not only are you talking about manifesting, but you're talking about just making your life better by simply writing these things down. And I know I love looking back and reading these different stages of life I was in and all the lessons I've learned along the way. I've even started a journal that I've been writing to my daughter, so then someday she can have this journal for herself and see what it was like while I was pregnant and when she was a little kid, and then I can pass that on to her someday. But enough about me. Let's get into 3 ways to make journaling a little bit easier, a little more simple, and then you can hop in feeling not so intimidated. First up, get a journal you love. There are a million different journals. I mean, you can walk into Target. You could even just get it at the grocery store. You could get something off of Amazon. Or there's so many different brands who just give out journals, when they give you that little grab bag somewhere, and then you have this little journal that you can write in. Maybe it has the brand written all over the front, but hey, I don't care. The last journal I just finished was this one right here. And this one was given to me by a brand called Siete. If you haven't tried their chips, oh my God, you have to. Their tortillas, their queso, their beans. The brand is fantastic. It's out of Austin. Well, in one of their little boxes they sent me, they sent this little journal, and I just used it all to track my life. Now I have a brand new one that was given to me for my birthday, and I'm starting up with that. So find a journal that you love, that you can easily write in, that you can touch and it feels good. It's okay to want to have beautiful things, like something beautiful to write in or something that makes you feel really cozy or comfortable. Whatever it is, grab something that you love to write in. You can use one that is completely free of any words, or you can find ones that have prompts. It's completely up to you. Now, once you find a journal you love, you gotta find a pen you love. And this sounds so stupid and silly, but if you have a crappy pen, oh my gosh, it's so annoying to write. When you're like off to the side of the page and you're scribble, 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 that's very annoying. Find a pen you love. This one is a pen I love, and it is by Fidelity National Title. Shout out to them. Well, this pen works great. So I loved it. After we signed some documents, I'm like, can I have that pen? I got to keep it, and the pen works great. I don't have to scribble off to the side to get the pen warmed up. Who creates that? Now, once you have a journal you love and a pen you love, it's on to the next step. Remember, if this doesn't sound good, writing things out, you can simply have a digital journal as well. I mean, you could do a Word document. I'm sure there's so many different websites out there that help you create your own digital journal, but I like the pen to paper. I'm just like super old school. Actually, it's like giving me a callus from writing so often, but remember those calluses you used to get as a kid because you had to write everything? Now we just type everything. Well, old school feels so good. And to look back when we're in such a digital age and to see pen to paper, I think that's really powerful. Just like when we see back in the 1800s, pen to paper back then, it feels so cool to see that. I think that's the same thing with this. So pen to paper it if you can, digital if that sounds more enjoyable. Now, step 2. You ready? It's time to make a commitment. Of course, starting any new habit takes time. They say a habit takes 21 days to form, doing it 21 days in a row. Maybe that's with exercise, maybe that's with nutrition, maybe that's with a new job, or whatever it is. Well, journaling is no different. You gotta make time for it. So first things first, put it on your to-do list. Write it first thing in the morning. Maybe it's part of your new routine in the mornings. For me, I like to wake up, I make my decaf coffee over in that little corner over there, and then I sit down and I journal in my own journal, and then I journal in my daughter's journal as well. This was a promise I made to myself when I first started journaling, and I made it part of my routine by simply writing it down on my to-do list. I would write down everything. I'm a to-do list maker because I love crossing things off. It's so satisfying. So what I would do was write down coffee, meditation, journal. If I wasn't meditating that day, journal. And then if I didn't get it done that day, maybe I had a really early morning and I just couldn't make time for it, I would journal in the evening, and then I would be able to talk about that day. But whatever you do, make a commitment to sticking with this journal for at least 30 days. I mean, you can do anything for 30 days. It's not that big of a deal. It's gonna go by really fast. So find a time in the day that you know you're gonna have a little bit of free time. It could be just 10 minutes. Set that time and make it happen for at least 30 days. Now, the third option comes with 2 separate options. Everyone likes to journal a little bit different. For me, I personally like to just free write, free flow. Whatever is on my mind, I'm going to talk about it. It might be something I'm really excited about, something I'm incredibly frustrated about. It could be something that's coming up. It could be something very sad that happened in our lives. Whatever it is, I just try to free flow through those thoughts. And I don't care about any spelling errors or grammar errors. Who cares? You're the only one who's gonna see this, and maybe, like somebody who finds it 100 years from now. But are they gonna judge your grammatical errors? Who cares? You're dead, so it's fine. That got so dark. Well, I just like to free flow. I don't need any prompts. It just feels good to just talk about whatever is going in my mind and just getting it out. Sometimes I like to talk about plans for the future. Sometimes I talk about what I want to manifest. Sometimes I talk about the spirit guides and what I've been feeling. I talk about all different kinds of things, and I just let my mind go on to the piece of paper without any judgment. But if that option doesn't feel good to you, option 2 might be a little better. Prompts. Now, of course, there are journals out there that have prompts in them. I even have them. Okay, plug. Good Day Journal. I have a journal called the Good Day Journal, and I have prompts every single day to help you get in a positive mindset. I'll just leave that in the description below, but enough about me, okay? If you wanna just write down your own prompts, you can. I'm gonna give a few that I think are gonna be helpful. Number 1, what are your strengths? Talk about your strengths. Build yourself up. Number 2, what's holding you back right now? What are you struggling with? Number 3, what are you excited for? Do you have a trip coming up? Are you gonna have a baby soon? Do you start a new job soon? Do you have new furniture coming in your house? What are you excited for? Now, how about this one? What choice can you make this week that will help your needs? Do you need help with dinner? And maybe you need to ask your spouse for that. Do you need help with the kids? What is it that you need help with to make sure that your needs are fulfilled? Do you like who you've become? You could get deep with that one, writing down all your thoughts about that. Love this one. I use it all the time. What do you want to manifest? What are your dreams? Write them down. And not only that, how are you going to get there? Because it's easy to want to just manifest something and just put it out in the universe. But what work are you going to put into it to manifest that? Are you happy in your life right now? Do you enjoy your life? Are there any pieces that you feel are missing? What are your top 3 things that you're grateful for? I actually started doing this when I would free flow. I would write my thoughts down, and at the end of every entry, I would write down 3 things I'm grateful for. And this one, what are 3 things you love about yourself? Not many people talk about the things they love about themselves because, it makes them conceited. They're totally full of themselves. Cool, who cares? Love some things about yourself and write them down. What made your day today or yesterday, depending on when you're writing it? What really fulfilled you and made you feel like, wow, I am so lucky to be here? Those are just a handful of prompts. There's so many others out there, and you can even search more online to find out ways to just inspire you in your writing. Remember, this isn't an essay that's getting graded. So if you have any PTSD from back in the day like me when it comes to grades, don't worry. Nobody's grading you. This is just your thoughts. You can't get anything wrong. Your feelings, your thoughts, your ambitions, your dreams, whatever they are, you can't get them wrong. And maybe you'll look back and be like, oh man, I was wrong. But you're not now. Those are simple, right? That's not too hard. I wanted to make it super simple to get you started today. So all you got to do is grab a journal and a pen you love, or pencil. I write in pen, so I just can't turn back, Commit to a time every single day for at least 30 days. Just make it part of your day and really commit to sticking with it. And then number 3, it's all up to you. Do you want a free flow or do you want to use prompts? Try out some of those prompts that I gave you if free flow feels a little uncomfortable, and just see how it feels. See what happens. Maybe you'll start with prompts and then want to move to free flow. You never know. Journaling has been a therapeutic, it's been an enlightening, it's been a really fascinating experience into myself, and I'm so grateful for all these letters that I've pretty much written to myself that I can look back on in the future, and I hope it feels the same for you. So start today. Okay, maybe you got to get your journal first. Start tomorrow, whatever feels best. Write it down on your to-do list and make it happen. If you found this video helpful, give it a little like, and don't forget to subscribe, because obviously I'm gonna have all kinds of different videos for you coming up. I'm Juli Bauer Roth of PaleOMG. Thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned, because I got a couple more videos I think you're gonna like.